Good morning. It's Facebook Friday. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dawn Spiegelberg of BodyWise Bodywork. I'm here to discuss with you today symptoms, problems, diseases, and why we have so much trouble solving them and finding the solution. As you know, BodyWise is designed to move your body, free your mind, and elevate your spirit. And I'm so excited because 2017 will bring more emphasis on freeing your mind and elevating your spirit. I've spent a lot of time working on moving bodies, and I understand how they move pretty well. And I'm beginning to see the patterns of how the ways in which our mind and spirit influence the body, and there are stories the body has been telling. So if you're interested in finding out what your body is saying about you and what you think and what you believe, please contact me. That's very exciting. Also, if you're interested in figuring out what your life purpose is, I'm offering complimentary sessions, 20 minutes, so PM me and we'll set that up. On another note, I want to say hey to Lance Loke. He's in New York joining me live today. Woohoo! Do you have any snow? We're hoping for snow this year. More snow. We had snow last week. Regarding 2017, please, if you've decided on a theme for 2017, please let me know. I'm collecting them, and I'm excited to help people focus on making changes in their life that they are interested in making, and figuring out how they can improve the ways in which they live through their body, through their mind, and through their spirit. What's fun is last week we talked about atoms and how atoms represent our capacity and our ability to hold the experiences of life and to show us how to live better. Wow, so science is discovering all these amazing things that people have felt over the eons, and now science is describing and giving us terms for them. And it's fascinating that there are terms mirrored in spiritual circles. So science is beginning to prove what spirituality has been practicing for quite a long time. So right on to our content today. I don't have any spout-abouts just because it's been a crazy couple of days. It's the last day of school here for the kids, and they've got projects to finish. And yesterday during school, my 11-year-old said, we have a cookie exchange and I need to bring something. So it's been phenomenally busy and fun. I'm also finishing the final wrapping on all the gifts. Do all you have your gifts wrapped? Mine are usually planned and wrapped by the 5th, so I'm running a little behind. One thing before the content, I would like to share a testimonial, and this is fun for me because the patterns that people create in their bodies contribute to problems and symptoms that they have. And I know we're making great progress when someone gives me a testimonial like this. And I quote, "It feels terrible to sit slumped on the couch. I have to take breaks and reset my body." So that's awesome. When somebody's patterns that don't serve them begin to feel uncomfortable, that lets me know that we're on the right track. So that's fun and exciting. Okay, diving right into today's content. It is about why we can't solve our problems, our symptoms, and our disease. And there are two reasons for that. One reason, and I've discussed this in Facebook Live videos, and especially last week. We have trouble finding a solution to our difficulty because we're living in the difficulty. We have the difficulty. The difficulty is keeping us focused on that problem, symptom, or disease. And because we're focused on that problem or that symptom, we seek help, and seeking help is always great. We go to our naturopath, our medical doctor, our chiropractor, our physical therapist. I also have an acupuncturist. I have a massage therapist that I go to. So I have a slew of health professionals that I rely on to help me solve my problems. However, in having the problem, if we're not able to look inside ourselves for the solution, we continually look outside ourselves, which is something I discussed regarding my inflammation that I've recently solved after years and years of having chronic intestinal inflammation, which, lucky for me, did not become something more serious like Crohn's disease, colitis, cancer, pancreatitis, right? I've been really lucky in that I've been diligently searching for so long that my symptoms did not get any worse. So I encourage you to continue your search for discovering your symptoms, and if you need help with that, I'd love to help you. But back to the point that I was making, what I was doing was looking outside myself, and I spent a lot of time changing the foods that I ate and cutting out the foods that I ate. And we spent thousands of dollars going to medical professionals to find a solution. And they all provided insight, but they didn't provide the actual solution. And I did everything that those medical professionals had mentioned. For example, the most recent professional I sought was the director of the Seattle IBS Clinic, who actually was my naturopath when I first moved to Bothell, which is exciting. He left his naturopathy practice to just focus on IBS. And when I went to see him, he did some very intense testing on the bacteria that lives in my body and also on my blood, and gave me some great insights into the kinds of reactions my body was happening, and found a particular bacteria that no one should have too much of in their body. So I took care of those, changed those problems, accommodated my diet to the foods that I shouldn't be eating, and yet I still had the symptoms. And it wasn't until about 6 weeks ago that I discovered the actual solution, and the solution was inside myself. So because I was looking outside myself to find the cause of my problem, I was not able to actually look at and see what the underlying symptom was. So I encourage you to find your underlying symptoms. Keep looking and look inside yourself to discover what's going on and why you might have that solution, that problem, so that you can find the solution. And what's interesting to me is we hear stories about people who have been in terrible accidents and the doctors say, oh, you'll never walk. Or something terrible will happen and they'll give the diagnosis that, oh, I won't be able to see, or I won't be able to use my arm, right? And then you discover that they are able to overcome that. And why are they able to overcome that and some of us aren't able to overcome our symptoms? One of the reasons, and this is reason number 2, that some people are able to overcome while others don't, has everything to do with what they believe. What we believe in our minds has a direct influence on how we live our lives and what happens in our lives. So I believed that there was a solution to my inflammation, and I kept looking. And I've shared in other posts that I drank sand. I tried more vitamin C. I tried no end to the number of supplements and crazy things that I tasted. Black seed oil. One of the reviews said black seed oil tastes like death itself. So that was an interesting review. I've tasted it. That's not what I think of death tasting like. But try it and let me know if you think black seed oil tastes like death. At any rate, we try so many things to resolve our problem, resolve our symptom, resolve our disease. And if we're not able to find the solution, we are looking in the wrong place. And we may be relying on other people to provide us with a solution. And they, of course, can give us clues to finding the solution, but they often aren't able to give us the actual solution. And in reality, the solutions that they provide for us, the medications, the surgeries, all of those things are actually efforts to give our body a leg up so that our bodies can solve the problem on its own. It's assistance, but it's often not the actual solution to the problem. How many times have you heard of someone having a tumor removed and believing that they were healed just to have a tumor come back? Or they've been cancer-free for a few years and then the cancer comes back. All of these things do happen, and it happens for some people but not for others, and the question is why. And the answers are for two reasons. One, the first one I mentioned, we are looking outside ourselves for the solution. And two, we may not believe the solution exists, or we may not believe that we can be healed. And that is primary and essential for us to find the solutions. So if you have questions for me about moving your body and freeing your mind and elevating your spirit through both of those and finding solutions to your problems, I would love to speak with you. If you would like information on your life purpose, please contact me. This is a fun little aside. A gentleman that I follow, one of my mentors, encouraged everyone on Facebook yesterday to stop looking for their life purpose. And I was like, what? Stop looking for your life purpose? I don't understand. And what he was saying was stop looking for it, because the truth is you're living it. You have it. It's in you, which is the solution number one to discovering your symptom, your problem, or your disease. It's look inside yourself. So let me help you look inside yourself. Kevin Hinshaw, thanks for joining me. Camille, great to see you live too. I'm just wrapping it up here. And for all of those who have chosen their theme for 2017, please share it with me in the comments below. I'm compiling them so we can talk about how to make 2017 greater. And that's a wrap. Think wise with your head, feel wise with your heart, and move wise with your body. Until next Tuesday, peace out.